So students who are in the accepted stage for 1 day, that means that once they get into the accepted stage, the day after they would receive this email. And this particular stage, I think just in general, has more information attached to it. Because at this point, we really worked hard to get the student to this point in the process. And so it makes sense that they should have a little bit more information and there's a little bit more urgency behind the message. So it's still a fun, casual message, but there's a lot more involved in it. So we're going to go through what's in here. So just to also preface as well, the accepted stage campaign is not complete yet for this particular stage, for accepted stage. So we're still working through getting that completed, and that's why I think this is a great opportunity for us to brainstorm and think about what we might want in the accepted stage campaigns now that you kind of know the setup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go through this. So students are getting congratulated, and then their first action step is to view their admissions decision. At this point, we have the payment connector available, so when they go log into view their admissions decision, they're also able to pay. Then we're also just reminding them to pay their commitment fee. They can pay online via PayPal. This is also just mentioning a priority deadline as May 1st to receive priority course scheduling. So just a little bit more urgency in that language again. And then just a disclosure, because we have had confusion in the past where students thought that they were accepted to a health science program or a specialty program. So this is just disclosing that, hey, if you are wanting to apply for a specialty program, that this is not the acceptance for the specialty program. You'll have to continue a separate application process. So once they are, done with that part of the email, they're going to be asked to click on the link tree for accepted students. So this is going to get them to the accepted to LC link tree. And this really has all of the just layout information that they need in order to get to the release stage. So just a good way for them to see all of that info right then and there. But also this email in general does serve as a place where they can go back to and look. So just a couple of places where they can have multiple resources for that information. And then we have a little financial aid section. So just cost of attendance, students are billed for tuition and fees based on their enrollment status. In order to be considered for financial aid, you must start by submitting your FAFSA. So just another reminder to submit the FAFSA and don't wait, because financial aid takes time to process. And then we have another action step of click here to pay your commitment fee. And then we have information on financial aid and scholarships. So that particular button is going to get them to our website, the Student Financial Services page, where they can view more information about the FAFSA, about financial aid just in general, scholarships, grants. We have 2 videos here from financial aid, and then we have more information about payment of tuition and fees, payment options, the payment plans, employment deferment, etc., etc. So everything we have on the website is available to them when they receive this email. This particular link is going to get them to a YouTube playlist. So this is the playlist that we actually have linked in the link tree. Just for consistency across the board. It was made by Federal Student Aid. And so it's actually a really great playlist just to get an overview of what to expect. So, completing the personal circumstances and demographics, completing the financial section, selecting schools, review and sign, start your FAFSA form. So all of these different steps that students can access as soon as they get accepted, as well as the links are actually also available to students who are in the inquiry and also in the applicant stage. So if we are utilizing the link trees in a good way, then students will be able to see these videos in there as well. So it's not just for the accepted stage students. Students are receiving this information well before they get to the accepted stage. And then we're just using more just encouraging language about affordability and how important that is to us, as a college, and so we do have the SFS contact information here as well. And then we have the enrollment counselor's information. So for more information on your next steps, meet with your enrollment counselor, and then this is a merge field. So whoever is the enrollment counselor for that student will be filled in here. So it could be Katie Michaels, Jen Pacenti, Ashley Smith. And then this link is getting them to the website. As we saw prior to this, students can access their enrollment counselor through our website as well, just by seeing all of the centers there. And last but not least, a newer installment in this Accepted Stage campaign is the Save the Dates. So before, we actually had a section here just with Save the Dates listed out, and it was a lot of manual work to update and just continue to create new campaigns based on what orientation was happening. So instead, we have a PDF that students are receiving when they click that button. So it has all of the Save the Dates, like receiving a financial aid award letter, the first on-campus academic orientation, welcome weekend, and the first day of classes. So if we're changing this information, which every semester we will be, and honestly more than that, because the next on-campus academic orientations do change more frequently than that. So at least then we are just changing this one document as opposed to creating multiple email campaigns and possibly creating more room for human error. So in this way, we can update just one document, and that way we don't have to have multiple campaigns out there. It keeps our campaigns nice and neat. And so we will be changing this particular document as the semesters go on, and as dates are approaching, we'll make sure to keep this part updated. So that is Accepted Stage Day 1. As I mentioned, this is a work in progress, so I'm still working on getting templates created, and so feedback is so valuable to me, and I want to hear your ideas for the Accepted Stage campaigns. So we'll have a brainstorming session very soon, but in the meantime, just get those gears working and think about what you might want to have students receive when they're in the Accepted Stage.